Yo, 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 what's going on, y'all?
When you believe in something, you put it all on the line and prepare to leave with nothing. I ain't frontin', provocative, rockin', watching with an iron stomach and golden heart. Blown apart, Napoleon blown apart. Only holding on the Holy Ghost. I thought I caught a case and I locked my fingers on my face, but never looking in the future though. Even synthesizer horns, Phil Collins in studio. Who'd know me do it, bro? Started in the Superdome and ran with Will and Julio. The Watcher, J Blanc 87, rockin' gotcha. I'm an Ocean Pacific with $5 in my pocket. Ice pop, truck, mother rocket, rockin' on my bike. Car clipped to the spokes, sounding like a chopper. RC called a grasshopper. To all these balls, my man, stop you.
Yeah.
Of my life like the opera.
What's good, y'all?
Hip-hop and making money proper. We're from beaches, part of the
Just out here chilling in the garage.
Somebody call a deacon and a doctor. When these kids come to record like a rocker. I went from 40 ounces to the Magnum. I went from 3 pubescent to the Magnum.
Yeah, what's good, y'all? Just out here to finish part 2 of my 2018-2019 video. Just reflecting on the year, thinking about going into the new year, smoking one of my favorite winter cigars, the Alpha Cigar, New Orleans Edition Claro. No, they do not pay me to say these things. I love these daggone cigars, all right? One thing that you probably should stop doing in 2018 and start doing in 2019 is you should stop smoking if you smoke. Noted. Yeah, man, but just want to pick up kind of where I left off, just think about some stuff, that maybe will help some others out. I like to joke around, and when you hear me on here, you might think that I'm joking around, maybe by my delivery, but I am serious, when I tell you some of these things. And one of the things that I think people need to stop doing is stop being worried about what everybody else is doing. Okay? You don't know what's going on in somebody's life unless they're telling you what's going on in their life. You don't know what somebody's intentions are unless they're telling you what their intentions are. People like to look at your social media and think they know everything about you. They like to eavesdrop on your conversations when you're at work or church or even at a family function, and think they know everything that's going on. And people do that without actually talking to you and confronting you, to see what the deal is. And we need to stop doing that. And it's one of those things where if you're not perfect, which none of us are, you probably really shouldn't be worried about what somebody else is doing anyway. You need to worry about perfecting where you are in life and what you got going on, and what you need to do to obtain your goals. It's one of the things that irks me, you know what I'm saying? And people try to investigate and find stuff out. They'll send little tidbits your way, a question here, question there, without telling you why they really want to know. It don't even make sense why they want to know, little stuff like that. Let's stop doing it, worry about you and yours and your family, and make sure that you got everything going on, or going correctly. Man, one of the things that I think needs to be a focus, for everybody is life after work. What is it that you want to do, or what are you planning to do? You got to start building early. Even if you're planning on working through retirement, you need to have a plan. I'm guilty of not necessarily having one, And then I find myself in a position where I want to go out and start my own business and make my own moves. And I'm not able to do it because I haven't, done the things, the steps, or, what have you, to get myself into position to make that type of move. Um, I would love to start my own logistics business. Just me personally. I ride around, I do all this Uber and Amazon, especially the Amazon deliveries. There's so much work. When you see the postal service riding around on a Sunday, they're not delivering mail, they're delivering Amazon packages. That's the volume of work that's out there. So, I say that to say, plan, think about what you want to do, set some goals, and then do what you got to do to achieve those goals. Start saving. A lot of people don't have anything saved up. Put all my business out there, but I'm not saving like I should be. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes our life style, our expenses, it doesn't allow us to save. But you need to make adjustments. How many things do we live with that we don't need? Cable TV. Do you have every single channel? Do you need every single channel? Cable's one of the things that trips me out, man, because, man, I mean, you start out the deal and your bill's like $100 a month. Next thing you know, man, your bill's like $250. Especially when you're in a family situation. It's not like you just got, I don't just have one TV, I got a house full of TVs, several boxes. Got to make sure that everybody's got something to watch. So, but we could all get by, streaming on Netflix. Do like, I don't know, Netflix, Hulu, and Sling TV or something. I don't know. And then, we got a Fire Stick. Fire Stick, if everybody had a Fire Stick in their room, I mean, that's the way you can cut cable down at least to the internet. Just small things like that, do you eat out all the time? Think about, man, no. All right, I don't care if you go to McDonald's or if you go to a restaurant. All right, when you're eating out, unless you eating a 4 for $4, then your meal is going to be close to $10. So what if you're somebody who eats out 2 or 3 times a day? That's $30. Let's just say it's $20, right? Magnify that over the course of a 5-day work week. That's $100, right? 4 full weeks in a month. That's $400. I mean, that's a car note. And speaking of car notes, do you have to go out and get the nice big Cadillac that you can barely afford? Because me, I'm the person, I run into a dealership, I got my mind made up how much money I can spend on a car, and I think about the car. All right, cool. We got the car negotiated. Good. Oh, man. What about that extended warranty that's going to raise the payment? All right, it's wise to get the extended warranty, so we got to throw that in there. Then, factor in car insurance, man. I mean, depending on what you get, I mean, full coverage ain't cheap. So next thing you know, you went in with a dollar amount in mind that you were going to spend on a car. Make sure you factor in the extras, I walk into the dealership, and next thing I know, I got extra, $80 to $100 in warranty costs. And then I got I didn't think about the $150 that was going to cost me a month for insurance or whatever. And I'm just throwing numbers out there, but it's just something to think about, planning is key. Manage your time and make things efficient. Keep a calendar. I don't keep a calendar. I keep one at work. And I'm on point at work. I'm organized as I don't know what at work. Take me away from work, man. I can't tell you what I'm gonna be doing in 5 minutes, let alone tomorrow or next week. People hit me up all the time, man, let's do this, blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, well, dang, I don't know what I gotta do, in a couple of days. I'll let you know when we get closer to the time. I mean, that's me. Um, you know, time is money, and managing your time is going to make you more efficient. It's going to give you, time to do extra things. If you work a second job, like, people do Uber, network marketing, you could just have a regular, I don't know, 4 hour, 5 hour part-time job on the weekend or something like that. You want to make sure you get rest and all. You want to make sure you got time for your friends and family. That's me. I work so much that I often don't have times for my friend and family. And, if I manage my time a little bit better, even if it's just an hour or two over the weekend that I can spend either on the phone, calling people or visiting people, that's a better way to live life. It's a better way to keep up with everybody. And that's important, man. I'm forever letting my stuff go out or get close to going out. Something that I didn't really think about, until about it was around New Year's. This is going to sound bad, and I'll just give y'all a heads up before I even say it. When it comes to life and life expectancy and living and all that type of stuff, I know we only got one life to live, but I'm the person that doesn't want to be like 90 years old and can hardly move and have all these health issues, et cetera, et cetera. So in my mind, just so long as I live long enough for my son to grow up and for me to feel like he's straight, that's always been cool with me. Make sure that my son is ready, and then my purpose or time on earth can pass. But and that sounds bad, I know, but I was hanging out with my cousin and his boy, and we were smoking cigars, and he was talking about getting people in the gym and helping people eat better and stuff to live longer, and how he wanted all his homies to grow old with him and stuff like that. And when I got to thinking, and I was like, one life to live, that's really what the approach should be. So while I haven't lived the healthiest life, I like working out. I just don't. So to go back to the time management thing, I don't always have time to do it. But it's important, man, to get some exercise. Eat better when you can. Sometimes it's hard on the go. Meal prep is everything. So where you're saving money by not eating out, I could turn $100 into, I could go to the store and spend like 40 or 50 bucks, and make 2 or 3 or 1 or 2 meals a day that I can eat on the go while I'm out and about. And I'm putting that other $50. Not only am I putting that other $50 a week back in my pocket, but I'm eating healthier because I'm not eating fast food. I'm not eating off the greasy spoon in the cafeteria at work. Just stuff to think about. Think about the stuff you pump into your body that could cause diabetes or just weight gain. People that just drink pop nonstop all day. Not only are you getting all those empty calories, you're pumping all that sugar into your system. Pair that with some sweets or just drinking a whole bunch of it every day. I mean, it can cause health issues. If you're eating out and you're eating fast food all the time, that greasy food, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, heart disease, not to mention it causes you to, obesity. You want to be here and you want to be around, you want to be happy, you want to be with your family, you want to be with your friends. Even when you get older, you like my situation. Okay. I know I said I just wanted to make sure that my son was straight, but Okay, who doesn't want to see their kids have kids and have grandkids and, see your grandkids grow up if you can? Um, and then there's no guarantees like for anybody that thinks they're gonna have an early exit. I mean, there's no guarantees that if you don't take care of your body, that you aren't gonna live a long time. So who wants to be bedridden and all messed up at like, mid 50s, early 60s and have to suffer for the rest of their life? Um, so when a homie was talking about that, I got to thinking, I can do better. And it doesn't take a whole lot of effort to do better. You can download an app and work out from home. Any activity is good. Get out and walk. We got a pond at work that people like to walk around and stuff. Get out and walk, man. Walk your dogs. It doesn't even minimal exercise. I mean, anything is better than nothing. Because once you get older, man, and them, and your bones get weak, your muscles get weak. You stop moving around, you stop being mobile, and your body starts to lock up a little bit. Next thing you know, you're limping around if you want to go walking. You don't want to walk because you're in pain. Your back's all messed up, and now you're too old to strengthen your core, and now you got to kind of just deal with it. Or, there's exercises you can do, but you're not really capable of doing them in the manner you were when you were younger. So, just stuff to think about, man. Health is important. Health is wealth. It's just something that, me personally, I feel like I should take more serious. And then there's a lot of other people out here who should, I'm nobody to tell people literally what to do. So anything I say when I'm making a video, is, merely just a suggestion, but, something to think about. Stop taking advice from people about a situation who, you're getting advice, say, relationship advice. How's a person that's been single for 10 or 15 years, or somebody that changes boyfriends or girlfriends every 6 months, or somebody that's been in like 4 marriages, who are they to give you any advice? If you're talking to somebody you're thinking about getting a divorce, and this person been divorced like 4 times, well, yeah, they can give you some details on the process, but come on, man. That's not somebody that you want to talk to and get advice that's going to tell you what you shouldn't be doing in your relationship. Okay? Stop taking advice from people who can't execute on it and who ain't qualified, to give you an opinion. You could be at work and, there could be, I don't know, a situation. It could be any situation at work. Well, how are you going to take advice from somebody that ain't never been in that situation before? You can put your heads together and come up with thoughts, but, that shouldn't be a lead person, I don't know. I can go on and on about that. I mean, are you going to let somebody who can't change the brakes on their car tell you how you should change your oil? I don't think so. It's somebody who don't even know how to take a tire off their car, and I'm telling you, if you cannot put air in your tire or change your tire, I will give you a pass if you're a lady, right? And when I say change your tire, like if you get a flat tire and you get a spare, that's how much more basic does it get? If you don't know how to pull a dipstick out and check the oil, how much more basic does it get? All right. That person, or if you are that person, do not try to give somebody else, advice on their automobile, but that's any walk of life. If you're thinking about starting a business, who you going to go to? go to the people who have started the business. And even if they failed, at least go to somebody that has started the business. And they, you know what, in that type of situation, that person can share some of their failures and tell you what they did wrong. Okay. And if I go back to the relationship thing, right? If you're talking about maybe something that you shouldn't do in a relationship, well, yeah, maybe somebody who continuously fails in relationships can tell you a few things that you shouldn't do in a relationship, but take it with a grain of salt. Do your research. Think about what they're telling you. You know, if somebody's telling you should communicate more with your partner or something like that, and that's the reason why they're splitting up. Okay, that's valid feedback. Okay, but just if you're going to somebody that's not an expert on the situation, think about what they're telling you. Okay, and don't let that be your first point of contact. And seeking advice is one thing. If I go back to where I started in the beginning of this video, don't let people butt into what you got going on and what you're doing, and let them take over and guide you. It is what it is. I come on this platform and I make videos. I really, just kind of do it for the heck of it. If it leads somewhere in the future, great. If it doesn't, hey, it helps me to develop. I always tell y'all I don't have the gift of gab. So coming on here and talking, even if it's just to a blank screen and videos that somebody's gonna watch later, hey, it helps. It helps to articulate yourself in certain situations. But if you got a goal, nobody should come on here, and nobody's going to come on here and tell me what I should do and what I shouldn't do. Nobody's going to come onto my social media and tell me what I should post and what I shouldn't post. Nobody's going to come on, to my social media and tell me what I should say and what I shouldn't say. I understand that there are consequences to what you do, say, and post. Like if you're on there talking crazy and you don't have your page locked down, and you go apply for a job and they just so happen to pull you up on Facebook, and you've been sharing terrorist videos and talking all kinds of trash and clicking liking all the porn star pages or whatever. And I know we all got that uncle that is new to Facebook or ain't been on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and they want to jump on there and be cool, and they don't realize that when they look at Bootylicious Babes 100 and click like, that if you ain't changed your settings to hide the privacy, everybody knows that you clicked on Bootylicious Babes 100. All right. If you see one of the older homies in need of some help when it comes to that, help them out. Because man, that shit be embarrassing when you so I'd be like, man, like, you see what such and such like? Yeah, I've seen it. But yeah, one of the things that pissed me off the most is I'm outspoken. I speak my mind. I say what I want. If I got a negative opinion on something, I'm not afraid to share it. Social media used to be my way to go and vent. So back when, I used to use Facebook heavy, I would post something online and someone would always come, man, you shouldn't say that on here. You shouldn't do that on here. People lose their jobs or whatever because they say this or that. Well, I don't go on there and be like, my job at such and such. Oh my God, I can't stand these people. This happened. F the manager, all that. No, I don't be like that. I make general statements and people assume that they know what I'm talking about, and then want to come and, don't say that, man, you get in trouble, blah, blah, blah. Like, I think about that type of stuff before I do it. And if I decided to do it anyway, and it really is that bad, I will deal with the consequences when they come my way. You know, but that's, I don't know what. Somebody must be walking by the crib. I'm in my garage with the door down, but it sounds like there's somebody in my driveway. But I ain't worried, because if it really was somebody coming to the door, my dogs will go off and let me know. So we good. So I'm just gonna keep on cooking. But yeah, man, and one of the things I can't stand is people that come, don't do this, don't say that. You know, I'm not on there you know, sharing my business or nothing like that. I'm just sharing thoughts and opinions, you know. And people don't have a sense of humor anymore. Have a sense of humor in 2019. Please, please, please. You know, if somebody's joking around, they're joking around. Don't take everything so damn serious. Have some fun in life. See, that's one of the things with me, right? Is people, you know, if you see me at work, you know, I'm quiet, I'm low key, I stick to myself. I don't say a whole lot. I talk to the people around me, and most of the people that I do know and talk to were on my team at some point, or you know, we're cool in some other sort of way. But you know, somebody will, you know, some random person from work will want to add you on social media, and I'm really careful on who I let in. You know, and I'll add somebody here and there. I actually turned down a lot of people. Turned down a lot of people when they try to add me on social media, but that's because I mean, generally speaking, I like to keep work and life outside of work separate. But you know, somebody will add you, and then they'll be, "Oh man, I seen your post, seen your video, blah blah blah." Like, I don't need all that, man. Like it, leave a comment, and let's move on. Or somebody like, man, I can't believe you think that. I noticed you like this. I noticed you like that. I can't believe you like that. Like, it's my business, my opinion, you know? One of the funniest ones to me is, I don't know what's wrong with my lighter. One of the funniest ones to me, though, is people who scroll through your I ain't even gonna go there. I know I like to start shit sometimes. I ain't gonna start no shit today. Yeah, I'm not gonna start no shit. Because if I say what I say, I'm not talking about anybody in particular. But if I say what I say and someone sees the video, then they're gonna assume that I'm talking about them. So I'm gonna leave that particular topic alone. Yeah. Because that's one of the other things, man, is I don't really believe in the, I don't know, we used to call it subtweeting, where you basically, you know, or sub posting, whatever you want to call it, where you're making a post about somebody who you know, somebody who may be following you, but you're not using their name. So you're kind of trying to kick it under the rug, you know, and it's almost like taking a shot at somebody without mentioning them directly. Now that I don't do. So I don't want where I was getting ready to go to turn into that. Again, it wouldn't have been directed at anybody in particular, but you know, that's something that we shouldn't do. It's not cool. Real people address people in person, face to face. Good thing. Stop talking behind people's back in 2019, man. Have a conversation. We all grown. Stop assuming, you know? Stop assuming you know what somebody's going to do. Stop assuming you know what somebody's going to say. Stop assuming you know how somebody's going to feel about something. And just ask them. You know, just tell them. Just ask them up front, you know? More people will respect you because you came and got their opinion rather than assumed that they were going to say, do, or feel, a certain way about something. So, I mean, just little stuff. A lot of the stuff I'm saying is common sense. Some of this stuff I need to work on myself. Some of this stuff I hear people say, do, complain about, and there's just no room for it. I'm 38. I like to think of myself as a young 38, not an old 38. But we all got to mature in the game, man. And all the little petty stuff, we too old for that, man. I started to leave all my dumb and petty stuff behind, maybe when I was about 25, yeah, I mean, it's a time in life to grow up and mature. And how many times are you at work and, somebody's at somebody's desk and they're talking to them and they walk off and the first thing that person does is turn to somebody else and just start dogging the person or talking about them now that they done walked away from their desk, right? So you're like, damn, man. But then, later on in the day, you walk into the break room and that person's sitting there talking to that person like they're their best friend, It's just, some of the things that we need to stop doing in 2019. I'm going to go ahead and get up off of here. Finish smoking a cigar. I am going to come back on here and make a video about something else. But I said I was going to do a part 2 to that video that I did the other day. So this is the part 2, and I'm going to leave it at that. So I appreciate y'all. If y'all check it out, like, comment, share, subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Follow me on Instagram at whateverman, WHATEVA_man. Follow me on Twitter under the same handle. I'll holla.